Uh, it is an amazing moment here with Alan001. That's my YouTube channel. Yeah, I start by saying hello guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending from where you are watching this amazing content from. Today, as you can see, I'm in a very different environment. Today came to do a visit on a site that I tried all my best to start collecting materials. As you can see, I'm seated on the hardcores. These are the hardcores that I did an effort of collecting in some few months, like I think 4 months ago. So today I came to visit if maybe somebody could have interfered with the hardcore presence. You know, somebody may be coming and maybe stealing, because as you can see, this place is the field is open. The field is very open, and for the sake of insecurity, this is the reason as why I decided to make a visit. I do frequent visits here just to make sure that the demarcations of the plot are intact, no interference with the demarcations, and also to make sure that maybe no one has intruded into the land for his own purposes. This village where I'm coming from is a little bit far away from Nyabohanse. Not so that far, it is a walking distance, but it is a village in the neighborhoods of Nyabohanse. It's called Komakara. Here, it is not so bad to say that with God's grace, sometimes back when I came across some money, I made a bold decision of securing this piece of land. Yeah, it measures. It isn't so that big as you see. Maybe I can show you. Let me show you. Let me show you. The hard course. The piece of land comes from this end where we have the cassavas. So the place where cassavas are, I think they're meant for my neighbor. But despite of the farmer having extended to my place, because you see, this is the boundary. This tree is the boundary. I'm the one who planted this tree for the sake of marking where the shamba ends. But this person, maybe it is not so bad because he didn't interfere with the trees that I planted. Here's one, this one, and as you can see at this other end, we have another tree. This tree is here for the sake of a boundary. So in any case, in future, when there are any problems, the trees are kind of permanent, because interfering with the trees isn't so that easy like someone else could expect. And then as you can see, here being the boundary, my neighbor just decided to farm or to till the land and plant the cassava plantations to the extent of my side. But for me, I have no problem with that, because he or she did not interfere with the boundaries. Now, this plot of land, as you can see, that where we have some hip. Here's the hip. Here's the hip. This hip here is the boundary, but yeah, this hip, no, at this point, this is where we have the boundary. I had planted some trees here to mark the boundary of my piece of land, but it is unfortunate that because the field is open, yeah, we have animals grazing here, and the trees that I had planted did not manage to survive. I don't know if I can get one. So Here's the nini. This hip I was forgetting to say. This hip, you can see this hip. This hip came, the seller, the person who sold me this plot, came and told me that he has some issues, financial issues with the school fee of his daughter who is at the university. Now, he came and told me that because this hip does not make any asset to him. Yeah, this is the hip. You can see that hip from this end. Because it has no asset to him, he decided that he could be extending. To add me some meters, not even a meter, a kind of 2 to 4 feet extension from this width, as you can see, this width and this length to that extent. Now, the only thing that he was to do for me to buy this place is just to get some extension here to here, because according to how he said it, is that maybe when I shall be putting a fence, I put the fence on the hip. But it's unfortunate that I only had some little amount of money. I gave him I think 3,000 shillings. I told him that you can just go and have an assist of yourself for now, because I don't have money, because I said that I could be looking for a way of getting money sometimes later. And he suggested that I give him around only 50,000 Kenyan shillings for this hip. So this plot of shamba measures 70 by 50 feet, but there's a side that goes no, it is 130 by 50, 130 by 50 one end, and then the other end is 100. So it makes a shape of a trapezium. It takes a shape of a trapezium. All the sides, the two sides, the two opposite sides are not equal. So that's the reason as to why it brings up the shape of a trapezium. From this end, this is the boundary. There was no need of planting trees here, because he is a neighbor, and the neighbor had already planted his own boundary here, and there was no need. The boundary, these grave area trees are very permanent here, that nobody can have some doubt that someday, sometime, they could be uprooted. Not so that easy. So here's the boundary to my place of my piece of shamba. And if we go to this other end, oh, you can see maybe someone was trying to take some soil from here. I don't know, maybe what of good use it was to him or her, I can't really tell. Also, the issue with this so here's some plantations here. This is another neighbor at this end. The biggest issue is that the trees that we planted to mark the boundaries, most of them don't exist. Just because of grazing. I even tried to plant some. So here's the boundary again, or to this other end. As you can see, the shamba takes that end. The ballas are at the center. And at the other end, you see, it measures from here to where I'm taking you to. There, it is 50 meters. And then from this other end to this other end is 100 meters. And then the other opposite side of 100 meters, it measures 130 meters. So it brings the proof that the shamba takes a trapezium shape. Now, here is a boundary of mine. This tree marks the boundary. You see, it has really grown big. This shows that not so that big, but it shows that I acquired this piece of land maybe some months, or maybe not so long time ago. Now, As you see, my friend had to dig a tunnel here, maybe because of the heavy rains and the erosions that do occur, carrying away the soils or carrying away his own plantations. Now, when we are back here again, we had another tree here, but it is very unfortunate that it doesn't exist. I can't tell the reason, but all in all, we have the measurements. In case of any misunderstanding, you can just go back to the map and draw back into the actual measurements. Now, these are the proof that I told you. If you are so that keen, you see the tree is inside the cassava plantation. That means the cultivation was done past their own piece of land. Now, back to the topic of today. If you go back and watch our yesterday's video, you shall realize. So these are the hardcores. My main reason as to why I brought these hardcores here is to prevent or to make the piece of land questionable. If maybe the seller intended to resell the land to someone else without my consent. So if somebody comes and meets these hardcores here, he shall be they shall be creating some doubt to him if really the land doesn't have another owner, because he will be asking, or who is the owner of this? I also had an idea of coming up with if not a well, but if not a well, maybe a pit latrine. But it is just a matter of time. It's a matter of time, you know. Yeah, once you believe in yourself, once you are focused, and then you set your goals, and then God provides. Yeah, you can't go without doing what you intend to do. Okay, like you can see, these are the hardcores that we were talking about, and we had planted some trees here, some mango trees, some avocado trees, some passion trees. I had a variety of fruit trees here, but unfortunately they could not survive because of the cattle and goats that usually graze on this ground. There is nothing that could be restricting them from grazing in the land. As you can see, we don't have a fence around here. Don't have a fence, and so you can't just come quarrel with the neighborhood because of the friendship, maybe the neighbor. You know, you must also have to have a good rapport with neighbors. But now, to this extent, it could not be my fault. It could not be their fault, but it's just because of the openness of the ground. Now, these hardcores are just here as a security. But if God grants us power, God grants us the capability, if God widens our pockets, we shall be having more and more materials here, yeah, to put a structure, because no one loves being in a rental house. Yeah, no one loves being in a rental house, paying rent daily, sometimes being harassed by the tenants because of irregular flow of money. Money is not so that consistent. Yeah, what you the little you get may not be sustaining or paying the bills. Yeah, so and this was my idea. Say that let me have the little that I have, and have my own piece of land. God willing, with time, we shall be constructing it. Now, this is the neighborhood. Yeah, this is the neighborhood, and as you can see, this homestead is the owner of the shamba, is the one who gave me this portion, and I can't really complain because Everything is fantastic. There have been no intrusions apart from what we just saw with the cassava plantation. Now, let us meet again in another video, and we are ending this video from here. And I could be asking you people, reminding you to support the channel, to support me by subscribing. You can support me in any other way, commenting and sharing the videos to your communities. So have some nice time, have some good moments, yeah, and then we call it a day. See you in another video.